Welcome to our 10th topic, and the title is Dividing Decimal Numbers. Okay, so in dividing decimal numbers, parang ganun din yung way on how to divide a particular numbers. Okay, let's say for example, whole numbers. Okay, the problem here siguro is saan mapupunta yung decimal point. Okay, so let's say for example, we have 0.025 divided by 0.5. Yung first given will be yung value na nasa loob ng division signs natin at yung 0.5 is nasa labas. So we have 0.5, okay, oops, okay, 0.5, okay, divide by 0.025. Okay, so yung next nating iisipin dito is that yung number na nasa labas ng division sign must be whole number. Okay? Since 0.5 is not a whole number, it is a decimal number, gagawin natin siyang whole number. So, anong paraan? We will move the decimal point papuntang right, okay, until we come up with a whole number. Okay? So, that is, eto siya. So, yung 0.5 will become 5. Now, kung ano yung bilang or units ng pagalaw natin sa decimal point na nasa labas ng ating division, ganun din yung bilang ng paggalaw ng decimal point na nasa loob ng division signs. Okay, since we move one unit papuntang right, okay, sa 0.5 para maging 5, yung 0.025 will also be moved, okay, and that will become 0.25. Now, the decimal point is in between of 0 and 2 na, okay. So, yung 0.5 again will become 5. Okay, 5. Then divide by, okay, 0.25. Ni-rewrite ko lang. Okay? So, erase this one kasi we will use this number na. Okay, so, now, for the quotient, yung decimal number, rather decimal point will be aligned. Okay? So, since this is your decimal point, okay, in our quotient, dito naman yung decimal point. Okay? Then we will divide as usual. So, 0 divided by 5 is 0. Okay? Then 0 divided by 5 is 0. Subtract. Okay, 0 minus 0 is 0. So, wala na tayong maglalagay. Okay, let's say 0. Then bring down 2. Okay, 2 divided by 5. How many 5s are there in 2s? Okay, wala. So 0 times 5 is 0. Subtract. We have 2 minus 0 is 2. Bring down 5. How many 5s are there in 25? Or that is 25 divide by 5. So we have 5. And 5 times 5 is 25. Okay? Subtract 25 minus 25 is 0. So 0 is our remainder. So therefore, 0.025 divided by 0.5 is equal to 0.05. So this is the quotient. Okay, for our second example, we have 0.121 divided by 0.011, which is equal to, okay, yung quotient. Okay, so yung una natin gagawin, again, yung unang given natin will be put inside your division signs at yung second given natin will be put outside of your division signs. So we have yung 0.121 again, nasa loob ng division signs at yung 0.011 nasa labas siya. Okay? So again, we cannot proceed to division process, okay, without making this number in the whole number. Okay, since 0.011 is a decimal number, gagawin natin siyang whole number. Okay, sa anong paraan? We will move the decimal point, okay, to the right until we come up with a whole number. Okay, so let's count 1, 2, 3. So we move 3 units to the right, okay, para yung 0.011 becomes 11. And that is a whole number. Okay? So, kung ilang beses tayo nag-move dito sa labas, ganun din yung bilang ng paggalaw natin sa decimal point na nasa loob ng ating division sign. So, 1, 2, 3. Dito na rin po yung ating decimal point. Okay? So, rewrite ko lang. So, we have 11. Okay, yung nasa loob namin, we have 1 to 1T1. So 0.121 divided by 0.011 is also the same as 121 divided by 11. Okay? So nasaan yung decimal point? Nasa dulo ng 1. Okay? So yung magiging quotient natin, okay, magkakaroon ng decimal point above your, yun, dito, nasa taas. Okay? So 1 divided by 11 is 0. Okay, so let's move to 12. 12 divided by 11. How many 11s are there in 12? Okay, there are only 1. Okay, so 1 times 11 is 11. Subtract. 12 minus 11 is 1. Bring down 1. How many 11 are there in 11? Is there in 11? Also 1. So 1 times 11 is 11. Subtract. We have 0. Okay, so wala tayong remainder. So therefore, let's put 0 here. Okay, so therefore 0.121 divided by 0.011 is equal to 11.0, or simply 11. So this is the quotient of number 2. Okay, so let's now proceed to the last item. We have 0.7306 divided by 0.13. So again, yung naunang given natin will be put inside the division symbol or sign. Okay, then yung last digit natin or last number natin, which is the 0.13, will be put outside the division symbol. So we have 0.7306, okay, divided by 0.13. Again, we cannot proceed to division without making, okay, yung nasa labas na number as a whole number. Okay, since 0.13 is a decimal number, gagawin natin siyang whole number. In what way? We will move the decimal point of 0.13, okay, papuntang right. Okay, kung ilang places man yan. Okay? Kung ilang places na-move natin yung decimal point of 0.13, ganun din yung decimal point ng 0.7306. Okay? So, let's count. 1, 2. So, 0.13, okay, gagalawin natin ng dalawang beses, okay, papuntang kanan, yung decimal point to make it 13. Okay? Since gumalaw tayo ng dalawang beses, ganun din yung gagawin natin sa 0.736. Move to units. There. Okay, so rewrite natin. So 0.13 will become 13. And 0.73606 will become 73.06. Okay, they are still the same. Okay, pareho lang ito. So let's now proceed on dividing this number. 7 divided by 13 is 0. So let's move to 73. 73 divided by 13 is what? Is 5. Okay, there are 5 13s. So 5. So 5 times 3, 15. Carry 1. 5 times 1, 5 plus 1. That is 6. So subtract. 3 minus 5 cannot be done. So we will borrow a unit from the 7. So magiging 6 to. And this will become 13. 13 minus 5 is 8. And 6 minus 6 is 0. Okay, so bring down 0. Next, how many 13s are there in 80? Okay, again, how many 13 are there in 80? So how many? The answer is, okay, there are 6. Okay, so 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Carry 1. 6 times 1, 6. Plus 1, 7. Okay, then we will subtract. Okay, 0 minus 8 cannot be done. So we will borrow from 8. Magiging 7 to. Magiging 10 naman yung 0. So 10 minus 8 is 2. And 7 minus 7 is 0. And last number, last digit is 6. Okay, i-bring down natin. So how many 13s are there in 26? There are 2. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6. And 2 times 1 is 2. Subtract, the answer is 0. So wala tayong remainder. Okay, now the question, saan natin ilalagay yung decimal point? Okay, wherever the location of your decimal point is, doon din yung magiging alignment ng ating quotient. So in this case, dito nakalagay dapat yung ating decimal point. Ayan, hindi na nasulat. Okay, so therefore, Therefore, 0.7306 divided by 0.13 is equal to 5.62. Okay, so that's how we solve, okay, the decimal numbers when it comes to division.